All right. Hello, everyone. It is really weird doing a solo stream. I haven't done one in ages, so just as a heads up, I am a little bit nervous. I'm going to do my best to not ramble, but we'll see how it goes. Hi. Welcome to Deathmark, which is the new game that we are playing. I'll be doing this one solo, without Lemur or Mana. So again, this is going to be a little weird for me. I haven't done this in years. Uh, but just a couple of heads up on this game. Um, it's going to get a little creepy. If you're not into body horror, this is probably not the game for you. Just, giving you a very, just giving you the warning now. You may want to leave because you do get some fairly early in. Um, and yeah, it's going to be horror. I was actually really surprised that this one won the poll, just because I was not aware you guys wanted more horror, but believe me, I can provide. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The quick new game. As a heads up, apparently this is not voiced. I could not remember. So I guess I'm going to be doing some voices here. I'm going to apologize for anyone who is new. I don't do them well, but we're going to take a crack at this. Hey, want to hit up the karaoke place? The new Love and Hero song is out. Hmm, I'm not feeling up to it today. This story creeped me out earlier. Do you want to hear it? Oh, sure. You remember Miss Yamaguchi? She wears those big glasses. I heard she's gone missing. What? No one knows where she is? Nope. She just disappeared. Just up and poofed from the library. One of the student librarians said she was researching something there. But then she vanished. But she's super diligent, right? One of the students thought it was weird that she'd up and leave like that. So he checked in on her. But when he did, the only thing left was her arm. It had her really weird scar on it, so it was definitely her arm. A scar? Yeah, it looked like a dog bite. She showed it to me once. She had no idea where it came from. For real? There was a scar like that on Miki's leg, too. Huh? Miki? Oh, wait, that's... the girl who went missing, yeah. That's crazy. Maybe that rumor is true. The one about the cursed scar. Cut it out, you're scaring me. I hear snatches of an idiotic ghost story. They're speaking seriously, but it's obvious they don't believe a word. They're only killing time. Rumors are the best way to do that. I gotta say, I can think of like 6 more ways to kill time rather than just spread rumors, but whatever, dude. You do you. Um, the sun's about to set. It's gotten later than I planned. I shouldn't have stuck around to hear that story. I better hurry. All right, so just as a heads up, we are going to have to name the character, so start thinking of names now. Thunder rumbles in the distance. A huge mansion is in front of me. Strange. I'm sure I was just... My vision blurs. My ears are buzzing. Ugh, my head is swimming. It's almost like I'm drunk. What time is it? I glance at my wrist, but my watch is gone. Did I put it in my coat pocket? But all I find is a business card. In elegant printed letters is a name. Saya Kujo, Spirit Healer. On the back is the photo of a mansion. I guess this must be Kujo Mansion then? Kujo Mansion. Saya Kujo. Those names sound familiar somehow. One way to find out. Taking a deep breath, I reach out to knock. I stop when I see something on my wrist. Yeah, I will say, like, of all the things to spread rumors about, like, I guess a weird scar on an arm would be something. But, like, really? You want to pick on your poor school librarian? She's probably, underpaid, understaffed, all that. Oh well. It's a strange scar. When did that... I could just be imagining this, but I feel an icy chill when I look at it. My fist pounds on the door. No reply. A light appears in a second-floor window. It's probably too far from the door for them to hear me knocking. I grasp the doorknob and find it unlocked, because this is a common thing. Let's just do some breaking and entering here. No point in staying outside. I'll just go in. I'll apologize to the owner later. The inside is shrouded in darkness. A small beam of light from the window is the only way I can see anything in here. It's dead silent except for the constant ticking of a clock's second hand. I must be in the entrance hall. This is like master deduction here because we just walked in the door, obviously. The atrium extends to the second floor. Anyone home? There's no reply to my shout. Maybe they've soundproofed this place so they can't hear me down there. I guess I need to go upstairs then. A staircase is just visible up ahead. I walk toward it, cutting across the hall. I have a smudge on my glasses right now, and it's driving me insane. My ears catch a strange sound. I turn to look where it's coming from. Someone's there, enveloped by the dark. I think they're staring at me. All right, do we want to ignore them? Do we want to talk to them? Or do we want to approach them? I love how we are now giving Makoto new last names, you know, just gonna try them out. Is this the equivalent of like writing, you know, the last name of your crush on all the notebooks? This is the manly equivalent. All right, let's go ahead and talk to them. Hello? I call out, but the person remains silent. All right, that didn't work. Do we want to ignore them, talk to them, or approach them? That didn't last long. I love how, like, we tried once. I guess we can try again. I don't know how long the lag is. All right, let's try some approaching. Gulping, I hesitantly make my way over, trepidation slowing my steps. It's a young girl. She doesn't move an inch as I approach. At least, it seems that way to me. It doesn't look like she's even breathing. A corpse. Oh, great, I creeped myself out. I start to sweat. What should I do? Do we want to back away, or do we want to touch the possible corpse? because clearly that's the logical thing to do here. Um, they escalated the stakes past where even I was going to go, so alright, let's go ahead and back away. I carefully begin climbing the stairs, making sure not to trip. Exactly. If she doesn't ask to be touched, don't touch. That's just like a good way to think about life. As I reach the landing, the sharp sound of a bell breaks the silence. It seems to be coming from above me. Looking up, I can spy the outline of a clock. I bet that's what's making the sound. All right, do we want to approach the clock, ignore the clock, or wait? We've gotten so many options here. All right, let's approach the clock. The noise guides me over. It's an antique grandfather clock. Grandfather. The noise is definitely coming from here. I reach toward the glass to check inside. All of a sudden, it stops chiming. Silence descends, broken only by ticking. I guess it's fixed now, but that timing was a little too spot on. Was it really a coincidence? All these strange occurrences make me uneasy, but I continue on to the room with a light. Stopping in front of the door, I knock. But again, there's no reply. I try again, several times, even calling out, but there's still no answer. I push on the door. It's dark inside. Strange. I definitely saw lights on in here when I was outside. Wafting through the room is an odd smell. It's sugary, like a ripe fruit. The whole room is permeated with it. Some kind of aromatherapy, maybe? It's not a particularly pleasant smell, though. The aroma draws me further into the room. The floor under my feet feels off. That's never a good sign. I've played enough of these horror games to know when the floor is wet, 'cause it's wet. We are stepping on something. We are not going to be able to get off our shoes. It dawns on me that I'm smelling something else mixed in with the sweet smell. I know this scent. This metallic tang. And remember, I did give you guys the warning. There's some body horror in this. We're about to come to our first major instance of it. Lightning flashes, and I catch a glimpse of something. The startlingly grotesque object stretches out across the floor beneath my feet. Something strange is there. Are we going to try to stare at it or look away? There's never a good time to think about this. Let's see. This is Wayne Manor. Exactly. Like, clearly we're going to see Batman. Okay, let's stare at it. It's so bizarre that I can't stop staring. Blooming flowers are everywhere. They're bursting out of the woman's stomach, her blood-soaked body overwhelmed with them. I wrench my gaze away, horrified. But the hellish image is burned into my mind. I can feel my entire body shaking. Bile rises. I'm going to throw up. In the next instant, the lights are on. Wait, that's not all. The body is gone, leaving only a stain. This doesn't make sense. It's a bad dream. At least I'd really much prefer it if it was. But the faint smell that remains in the bloodstain crushed any hope I had of that. I beat a retreat from the room in an effort to escape this whole bizarre situation. I just wanted to find my watch. That's what I think of every time I see that is like Hanahaki. And like, I know that that's not how you die in like Hanahaki disease AUs, but also like, it could be. You never know. When I stumble back into the hall, the lights are on in here as well. I decide to have another look around. All the furnishings in here are old enough to be antiques. They match this old-fashioned mansion. A large doll sits on a couch. This must be the figure I saw in the dark. One would easily mistake this for a human if they couldn't see the ball joints. Probably belongs to the owner of the mansion. So, what do I do now? Contact the police? Her stomach was full of flowers, sir, and then the corpse up and vanished like a fog. Like anyone would believe that. Welcome to Kujou Mansion. Oh, I don't like the voice I chose for her. The doll moved. It spoke. A different kind of shudder runs through me than the one when I found the corpse. Up until this point, I was nothing more than an observer to all these freaky events. I could distance myself from it, but now, a doll is talking to me. Have I startled you? If so, I sincerely apologize. My master ordered me to behave as a normal doll until told otherwise. The words are elegant and refined. I mean, maybe she's Alfred. Like, just gonna put this out here. But her face never moves an inch. She may look human, but she clearly isn't. She slowly folds her hands together. So she can move, too. I am sorry for not introducing myself. I am called Mary. You have likely seen a number of oddities here already. I see. My master, Sayakujo, was unable to escape from the mark then. Sayakujo? Does she mean that corpse? But wait, what's this about a mark? Lady Saya was searching for a way to escape the mark. Were you not also called here by her because of the mark on your arm? There we go, Mary Pennyworth. She must be talking about this weird scar. Did Sayakujo invite me to this mansion? When I try to remember, my head hurts. I have something to tell you in place of my late master. But I would like to ask one thing first. Do you know your own name? Well, that was a much simpler question than I had been expecting. It's... Alright, what is our name? We have to make a decision now. I break out into a sweat. My throat is drying up. Why? Why can't I answer? I'm shocked to find I'm coming up blank. I see. Then it is as I thought. Somehow Mary knows what's going on with me. Before I offer an explanation, please decide on a temporary name. Things will go much easier if I have a name by which to call you. It is also likely you will find it hard to remain calm if you are nameless. She's probably right. Better to have some placeholder name than continue life as a hollow, nameless being. All right. Last name. All right. Let's flip a coin to decide if we want to marry Kyoko or honor Sayaka's memory. Okay. Um Heads or tails for Kyoko. And I'll bring up a coin flip generator. Oops. I can't spell either. It's fine. All right, heads for Kirigiri, tails for Maizono, and we flipped heads, so we are Kirigiri. All right. Kiri, Kiri. All right, enter the protagonist's first name, and we have Makoto. All right, is Makoto Kirigiri okay? Yes. All right, now we can change our appearance. And we don't really get that many choices. We get to do glasses and beard. Do we just want the beard? Do we just want the glasses? Or nothing? I think we should keep the glasses at least. I will leave it up to the chat whether or not we want the beard. But I like the glasses. I'm a Megane kind of person, so I say as my own glasses have a smudge on them. Okay. Just glasses? Let's go ahead and do this then. I don't know why they give us this option either. All right. I'm Makoto Kirigiri. Understood, Lord Kirigiri. Now I shall explain to you about the mark. It is the seal of death. Those who have it will soon die. It's a really weird sort of mark for like death. You'd think it would be like a little reaper, Grim Reaper scythe or something. I don't know. Like, I guess this gives it a little spice. I don't know. You do not believe me? I am certain this sounds absurd to one who has led an uneventful life. However, my master's death proves it to be irrefutably true. Mary is going to be the death of me. I'm just going to put this out here now. The corpse's sweet stench comes back to me. That didn't seem like the work of humans. I am afraid that the horror of the mark does not stop there. Victims slowly lose their memories until the day they die. They face death all the while suffering from the terror of losing oneself. Memory loss? That can't be. That'd mean that I'm... Yes. The fact that you have forgotten your name proves that death is coming. Lord Kirigiri, you... Well, no, I should... It is not necessarily a prominent figure in Japanese culture perception of death, but also, you know, like, neither is this weird bite mark thing. Like, I don't know, a kanji, maybe? My memories skip forward a bit after that. I just remember being completely stunned at what Mary revealed to me. Maybe a lily, that would be a good one. Although I guess maybe, like, if you woke up with, like, a lily on your arm or something, you'd probably just think it was a cool tattoo you got overnight. I can probably attribute it to memory loss caused by the mark. The next thing I know, I'm lying in a guest room in the mansion. I'm glad it looks just like the room that we just saw a dead lady in. I vaguely recall dragging myself up the stairs and coming here. I must have fallen asleep at some point, and thanks to that, I feel a lot better. I'll die at dawn, huh? I try saying it out loud. It's definitely shocking, but I can't say it feels real yet. It doesn't make sense. Way out of the blue. But if it's true, is waiting for my untimely death the only thing I can do? It might be a good idea to ask Mary more about it. I mean, if this is a soulmate birthmark at you, like, let me just say, I don't like where our soulmate is going, since they all seem to be dying. I find Mary sitting in the exact same spot as before. She hasn't moved an inch. I doubt a doll gets bored waiting like humans do. Good morning, Lord Kitty Kitty. Are you feeling better now? Yes, sort of, or I just feel terrible. How you respond to this tells me what kind of person you are. If you say yes, like you're just one of those people that like feels like how are you doing is one of those like casual conversation things, and you know, you just say yeah, I'm good no matter what. If you say I feel terrible, you're very honest, and I don't know what sort of means. You can't decide. I don't know. You're indecisive. Although to be fair, like, can you trauma dump on a doll? All right, yeah, we can say sort of. Wonderful. She did not call us on that. Since it appears that you have calmed down, I would like to ask a question. What will you do now? Yeah, like, the lights probably make this at least a little bit better. Plus, we had some sleep, so we are probably doing better than before. I can guide you down only two paths. The first is to wait for death. The second is to fight the mark. Clearly, as we play this game, we're going to choose the first one, and this is just going to be a waiting simulator. But, you know. Can you help me? If that is what you wish, yes. My master was researching the mark. A few days prior to her death, she found a way to escape it. Okay, obviously she did not find a way to escape it since we found her dead with flowers in her stomach, but whatever. Regretfully, she passed away before she was able to inform me. So, she doesn't know anything after all. There is some time yet before dawn. You have a slim chance. Salvation is a thin thread dangling from heaven. Would that you would grab hold of it, and I will do my utmost to help. What will you do? Well, I guess it boils down to whether I trust her. If she's right about all of this, my time on Earth is up at dawn. If I don't want to die, then there's no other choice but to resist the mark until then. If she's lying, I'll be fine when morning comes. But am I really all right with that? People are being killed in nonsensical, grotesque ways. Am I going to turn a blind eye to it? Yeah, I mean, I should point out, like, other than the fact that she's a talking doll, she's been fairly trustworthy. Well, that, and she told us, you know, that we were going to die at dawn. But it's not dawn yet, so she hasn't lied to us yet. This is a life or death decision. I need to think about it carefully. Live or die. Deadly choice. You will be faced with choices that can result in death. There is limited time, and your soul power will continue to drain. Time's up or wrong answers will result in game over. So be quick, but also careful in finding the right answer. Restoring soul power. Completing a deadly choice will restore some soul power. Accelerated dialogue. Dialogue will be sped up while pressing the L1 button, but certain dialogue cannot be sped up. Backlog. The options button will display previous dialogue. Auto mode. I'm glad that they've decided to, like, info dump here. The R1 button will activate auto mode. Hiding the dialogue window. You can hide the dialogue window by pressing triangle. Then I shall ask you. All right. Because I can probably guess what this is, which, do we want to try to fight it, or do we want to, just wait for death? Obviously, there's a right answer, and for any of these that there is a easy right answer, after this, I will be sort of, allowing, I'll be answering it just so that we don't fail it every time waiting on the lag. So, would we like to play a game? It is a reaction command, I guess. See? Look at her, isn't she cute? Alright. Will you quietly wait for death, or will you struggle against the mark? I didn't realize that we got to hear her restate that again. So, do we want to wait for death, or do we want to struggle against the mark? I will let you guys answer what you want to answer. Waiting on the lag. How do, like, normal streamers put up with this? I don't ever watch streams, so I never think about it, but alright, let's struggle with bats. Alright, we have our soul power of 1,000. Alright, and we're gonna fight the mark. And we have made the safe choice! Yay! We didn't die! We survived! Clearly, if we decide to wait for death, she just, like, kills us right there. It's fine. I've decided to trust you. As you say, Lord Kirigiri. Then I shall carry out the dying wish of my master and aid you. I cannot do much, but feel free to request anything you wish of me. So as you can see, that timer ticks down fairly quickly. I think it's probably 10 seconds. And so as it ticks down, we get less life. I made up my mind, but that doesn't mean I know what I should do. I know squat about the supernatural, and losing my memory makes research impossible. I mean, to be fair, because we've lost our memory, maybe we do know a lot about the supernatural. Have we ever thought about that? But I don't have a moment to lose. A knock comes from the front door. Who'd come here this late at night? Yeah, clearly, like, we just need a Goofy. Although, like, Goofy seems to be immortal just based off of what he's went through in Kingdom Hearts, so... Oh my, what a sign of fate. It seems that other mark bearers have arrived. Is it instinct that she knows these things? Maybe she has some kind of mysterious power, being a talking doll and all. I beg your pardon, Lord Kirigiri. I do apologize, but could you go greet our guests in my stead? They may experience a shock if a doll such as myself welcomes them. Moreover, while I am able to move my arms, I am unable to walk. I move to the front door to greet our guests. People fated to die, like me. I wonder what they're like. Who I find at the door are not who I'd expect to see out this late at night. A high schooler and a small boy. You know, that's a good point. Like, in theory, we could have some sentient dolls, especially since she can't walk. Like, that's less processing power, I guess. These kids have the mark? No way. We came to see Professor Cujo. Who are you? Well, I can't say I'm a total stranger since I am here in the mansion. All right. Are we Professor Cujo's disciple? Are we a relative? Or are we her boyfriend? I'm... I do remember what I chose on my playthrough, and I don't remember it going well, so... What would we like to answer? I mean, hey, to be fair, like, high schooler and small boy, like, sounds like a decent group for a class trial. Alright, let's say boyfriend. Oh yeah? Professor Cujo's pretty serious, so that's kind of a surprise. She seems to know Saya Cujo. Now that I think about it, that business card did say spirit healer. Going off this girl's accessories, I get the feeling she's a huge occult fan. I'm Moe Watanabe. I'm here to talk to her about this article she wrote in Oparts Monthly. I'm so glad we had that Danganronpa stream with Mana, so that I knew how to pronounce Oparts. So, you know. She pulls an occult magazine out of her bag. Inside is a picture of the mark. The accompanying yeah, there we go. Article says the scar is a soul-inhibiting disease that erases memories. Inquire at Cujo Mansion. This is the same scar, right? Moe lifts her skirt up a little bit to show me her leg, because of course we need to sexualize the high school girl. Right there on her right thigh is the mark. I think I know what the article means by erasing memories. I've been super forgetful lately. I'm even blanking on my friends' names. That's never happened to me before. Do you think this scar's doing it? That article is obviously bogus. I have never had to do a small boy. This is going to be a horrific voice. I'm just going to put this out there. The young boy scoffs. Even kids know better than to believe in ghosts or curses these days. And a high schooler fell for it. You must feel embarrassed about that. But, Tsukasa, weren't you hanging around in front of the mansion's gate? Fess up! Your scar scares you. Tsukasa seems to have no retort to that. He silently sulks. Looks like a bullseye. So we have the sexualized high schooler and possibly the small genius trust fund child. So yeah, we've got some anime tropes in here. It's fine. It's clear that they're both mark bearers. I better bring them over to meet Mary. Moe shrieks excitedly when she gets close. Oh my god, it's so cute! It's a doll, yeah? I've never seen one this big before. The craftsmanship is so detailed. It's almost like it's alive. Exactly. Like, look, this kid looks like he's maybe 8. Like, other than the fact that he should not be out at midnight at this mansion, like, if he'd come up with just about any excuse, I probably would have bought it. They're both admiring her when... Welcome to Cujo Mansion. What? It spoke? With that, the 2 new visitors join our number. They enter this monstrous world that hovers on the precipice of death. Mary tells Moe and Tsukasa about the mark once they regain their composure. All about the steady memory loss and their imminent death. It sounds like a ridiculous story, but it gains validity coming from someone like her. Both of their faces pale.
Now, if you came specifically here because you believed Lady Saya's article, you must have already experienced the pain of losing your memories.
Moe admitted as much earlier, but I can see Tsukasa's face darken. So, it must be happening to him too. Hey, Moe, I'd like to confirm something. Where were you when you got the mark? My amnesia seems to be worse than theirs, so they might remember.
I'm not positive, but I think my mark might be a curse from Hanahiko.
Hanahiko?
This name is familiar to me. He is the ghost that the resident children of this town whisper about, correct? My master was interested in him.
This really is like a Castle Oblivion, like continuing with our Kingdom Hearts thing. Like, the longer we stay here, I feel like the less we're going to remember, so Saya Kujo was curious too. Could be connected to the mark somehow. I'd like to hear more about this ghost.
As you wish, Lord Kirigiri. Then I shall tell you the rumors of Hanahiko.
Alright, and we have hit chapter 1, Hanahiko. Yeah, without Atlantica. Although, who knows, we could get some spice with a musical number.
Oh, did you hear? About that ghost boy all the schools in H City are talking about? Sounds like Hanahiko is back. I heard that he can appear if you peek in a school mirror at night. He'll ask you something. Am I pretty? If you tell him no, you'll be fine, but if you say yes... Give me that red stuff, then. And then he just disappears. But that's not all. Hanahiko hates adults, you know. I heard that if the person he asks is an adult, they'll die. And not just drop dead. Their blood is drained from them. And next to the corpse is a single rose. A rose dripping with blood.
So clearly this is a little bit of a riff on Kuchisake Onna, but I don't mind it. I really enjoy ghost stories. If you've been on any of my previous streams, I'm sure that I've mentioned it one time or another.
Rumors can be easily manipulated. Passing from one person to another, assumptions and errors mix in. But they also hold a hint of truth. Miss Moe, do you know anything else? I think I probably got my mark when I was investigating Hanahiko at H Elementary School.
I'm going to guess, just based off of my knowledge of how these things kind of go, is that it's Ha City in Japanese. I could be wrong. I don't know what the Japanese version says, but that is my guess. This has got to be some sort of clue. I should ask her more about it. Alright, so we're just going to go down the line, because I think we actually have to ask her all of these.
My big dream is to write about the occult, so I'd love to see a ghost. I found this article in a magazine mentioning Hanahiko was seen there. I figured the place would be easier to sneak in than a regular school, since it's been closed down.
Alright, was Hanahiko there?
I don't think so. But I can't really say for sure. I went to the mirror, but a shiver suddenly ran down my spine. I got spooked and left.
And when did you notice the mark?
I noticed it later in the bath. A strange scar was suddenly on my thigh. It really surprised me. I realized immediately that it had to be what Professor Kujo wrote about.
Okay, I think I have a handle on what happened. No way to know for sure about the ghost, but there's no denying she had the mark after returning home from H Elementary.
Then maybe...
Tsukasa glances down at his left hand.
Mine might be from Hanahiko too. I noticed it after I got home from T Elementary. That ghost was seen at a lot of schools in H City, right?
Maybe he's remembered something. I better ask him some questions too. We can't leave out the small child. T Elementary?
I go to school there. You've probably heard of it since it's the top-ranked elementary in H City.
So I was right about Trust Fund Kid. So when was that?
Maybe around sunset? I was heading home until I realized I forgot something and turned back.
And did you see Hanahiko?
No, and I didn't get chills or anything either. Oh, but I think I passed a mirror. I went to the bathroom before going home.
I don't think he knows anymore. Their stories are pretty similar to the Hanahiko rumors. It can't just be a coincidence.
You must investigate the places where Hanahiko appeared. For their sake, as well as yours.
Well, that's all well and good, but, I'm gonna die soon. And also, what exactly am I investigating?
Death and life coexisting. If the mark originated there, then a way to erase it will also be there. You must find it. Find the key you need to break the mark's curse. That is the only way to escape.
And all of a sudden, a huge burden was dropped on my shoulders.
It seems that Hanahiko appeared at 2 schools. Where will you investigate?
All right, do we want to investigate H Elementary, which is the closed down school, or T Elementary, which is where Tsukasa goes? Gonna get some water. Ugh. All right, let's go to H Elementary first.
Yeah, that's probably wise. They'd arrest you on the spot if you tried to sneak into a regular school.
I mean, yeah, she's got a point. A middle-aged man who can't recall his name, let alone address or job title. Yeah, I'd have no excuses if I got caught.
Wanna get going then? Let's do this.
Wait, you're coming too?
Of course. I haven't given up on seeing Hanahiko yet.
She grins at me. Is she really strong? Or is this just blind optimism?
I'm going too.
Hey, not you too. Seriously?
My life's on the line here. I don't want the reason I die to be because you messed something up.
Look, this kid has a point. That's pretty bold. Good thing you're cute. But to bring kids along with me is...
I understand your hesitation. But the mark does not discriminate, stealing lives of children and adults. If they wish to fight their fate, you should honor that.
Well, I suppose human logic doesn't fly when dealing with the supernatural. We'll need to prepare ourselves for the worst if we're going to survive.
Please take only one mark bearer with you, however. A large group will increase the odds of you being detected by spirits. I also ask that you not waste time dawdling with others on the way. It is possible unnecessary contact may hasten the effects of the mark. Only engage when absolutely necessary. Keep contact with others to a minimum. Have a safe trip.
Alright, so who do we want to bring with us? Do we want to bring Moe or Tsukasa? Alright, so first we gotta select a mark bearer. We gotta do that in the partner menu.
Oh, yeah. Hey, mister. Don't you think it'd be a good idea to take notes on what Mary's told us? Your memory's getting worse all the time. We don't want to forget anything.
Well, I don't know when I'll lose my memory again. I'll write down all the information I get and keep it in my file, which will be really good because also we aren't going to stream this every time. So, thank goodness for files. Something in it might just save our lives at some point. Because, yeah, I will probably forget something. Alright, so no info was added to the spirit file. Rumors of Hanahiko. Alright, and the spirit file. Important info on spirits will be added to the spirit file. Check it from your bag. Consult it if you need help. Alright, save at the mansion or haunts. Return to the title screen from the bag to load, then choose continue. Alright, so first things first, we are going to save. Oh, that's partner. Okay. System. Okay, never mind. If I want to save, I have to exit. So, we want to take Moe then. So, we have Tsukasa Yoshida or Moe Watanabe. Alright. Sorry, I forget you can't see when I take a drink at the moment. Exactly, like, we gotta go get Moe her photo. Oh, I was weirdly close on her voice, I think. Or I'm kidding myself. Alright, so let's go. Oh, good. You can hear something at least. Okay, first we have to get to H Elementary. Mary says we're free to use the car in the garage. The garage is detached from the mansion. The vintage model van and bicycles only accent the elegant interior. I don't know how it accents elegant interior, but, you know, like, it's vintage. Thank God for careless people. The car key was left on the table. Time to go.
Hey. According to Mary, you lost a bunch of your memories, right? Is it really okay for you to drive?
She looks at me suspiciously. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I think. It'll all come back when I take the wheel. Part of that is to convince myself we should probably not be driving.
But, aren't you missing your license? If a cop finds us, we'll have more to worry about than Hanahiko.
She's right about that. But our lives are on the line, so we don't have much of a choice. Look, once the mark's gone, I'll remember. Then I'll just have them reissue it. So no, we do not remember earning our driver's license. Assuming I ever got one.
Ugh, now I'm even more worried. Just drive safe, okay?
Alright, let's head to H Elementary. It's okay, Moe can't drive either, so, you know, we're all good here. Glad we get to drive by the Love Hotel. Human bodies are remarkable. Back in the garage, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to drive or not. But the second my hands touched the wheel, I wasn't worried anymore. My muscles reacted quicker than I expected, and it's now easy to guide this monster down the road. But now, thoughts of what I can no longer do to start to filter into my head.
Hey, mister?
Moe pipes up hesitantly. I probably let the silence go on too long. She doesn't seem as cheerful as she was a little while ago.
What's it like to lose your memories?
Well, that's a hard question to answer. What do you mean?
Like, do they all go at once? Or a few pieces at a time? What if you're only left with sad memories? I'd hate that.
I don't think it works like that, but I have no idea if it's getting worse or better. I mean, to be fair, we do not remember losing our memories because you can't remember that. So, you know. I don't know what I was like to begin with, so there's nothing to compare to. In that sense, rather than the memories vanishing, it's like everything's been painted white. That's what it feels like.
Oh. You sure are mature, mister. You take everything so calmly.
The conversation dwindles, leaving only the sound of the tires on the road. Then thoughts start popping into my head again, one after another.
I know we have to check out that mirror, but what else should we investigate? What do you think?
Moe glances over at me. No idea. I can't even remember my own name. How the hell am I supposed to know what we're doing?
Aw, please? I'm really counting on you.
Think whatever you want. I'm talking to a child. I need to show restraint and be a good example. But that's definitely how I really feel. I stare down at the steering wheel. The doll in the mansion, mark bearers, the mark, spirits. And the mysterious deaths. I feel like I'm going to be buried under all of the crushing thoughts that keep popping into my head. What awaits me down this dark road? I feel a flutter from the mark on my wrist, like it's trying to warn me. My brain might not be able to understand, but my body can sense it. That death is closing in. If that's happening, isn't the problem anymore. It's more, how long do I have left?
How much longer is it?
Huh? I almost yell, but I managed to swallow it down with effort. I think we're almost there.
Really? It's closer than I thought.
How do we know where to go? Just as a question, like, obviously she doesn't have a map up. I assume one of us doesn't have a phone, or at least I assume we don't have a phone, because you'd think we'd be calling everyone on our contacts list going, hey, do you know my name? So how do we know where we're going? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. At any time, it could... It's a lot closer than you'd think. Yeah, I feel like we just had two different conversations there, but, you know, whatever. Looming ominously in the moonlight, the school definitely looks abandoned. For quite a number of years, in fact. The walls are starting to crack. All the windows are broken as well. A thick chain is in front of the main gate to keep people from going in. Because that's going to stop them, obviously. Hey, you there! Not another step! The enthusiastic voice comes from a man in a guard uniform. He must be patrolling the area. Looks like we got caught. This property belongs to the city. No one's allowed inside. Didn't you know? Or are you up to something? A bunch of people have been coming in here on dares since it's haunted. You aren't one of them, are you? Alright, are we one of the people that is coming in here on a dare? Yeah, this is like the mature version of Mike Meekins if Mike Meekins didn't shout every time. Let me just say, I'm very glad that Mike Meekins has not come back in Phoenix Wright. My vocal cords thank them. I love this, like, it's haunted? Like, I have no idea. I mean, it does sound like it, you know, like he's just confirmed that it is haunted, so let's ask him. It's haunted? Well, that's what the rumors are saying anyway. It's a giant pain. Moy nods in agreement.
It is pretty famous after all.
The guard sighs. Anyway, the school's off limits, so you can't go inside. I don't want any trouble on my first shift here. Please leave, okay? Yeah, sorry, man. We need to get in there. Muttering to himself, the guard makes his way into the school. As we watch him leave, Moy leans over and whispers,
Damn, there wasn't a guard here when I snuck in here before. We better not get caught.
Alright, moving around a haunt. Use the directional buttons to move. The map shows which way you're facing and where you can go. Alright, so we'll head to the entrance. Yeah, maybe this guy is Hanahiko. We don't know. Pushing open the doors, I head inside.
Whoa, it's so dark. We can't see anything like this.
The moonlight doesn't reach inside. We'll just have to use the flashlight.
But if we use the flashlight, that guard will find us. Can't do anything about it, I guess. Anyway, that mirror is... I'm pretty sure it's to the right, on the staircase.
Move the left stick to search the current area, shine the flashlight on areas of interest, and press the X button. Pressing circle ends the search. Using the direction buttons will end the search and move you. Alright, so we have our flashlight. So let's take a look. Do not leave handprints on the mirror on the eastern staircase. Thank you. Independent research presentation. First floor, multi-purpose classroom. Come check it out.
Wow, that presentation takes me back. Anyway, the mirror on the eastern staircase is the one I saw.
Guess we'll go there first.
Yeah, it's to the right.
Okay, they keep talking about to the right, so let's go to the right.
Huh?
As we enter the hallway, a small shadow flits across our feet. I turn on the flashlight to find...
Aw, Bunny! It's so cute! Was it the school pet?
Okay, this school has been closed down for clearly a while. I hope it was not the school pet. The black rabbit squeaks and runs away. It rushes towards the eastern end of the school.
Aw, it ran away. Is it telling us to follow?
There we go, Banicula.
Yeah, right.
Alright, and our black rabbit was added to the spirit file. We'll just take a quick look around, see. Ooh, what's up here? It looks like something splashed the fluorescent lights. They're shattered beyond repair. Okay, well that... Let's keep going. The broken window is letting in a piercingly cold wind. Look, it's not a horror game until someone's cold. The floor tiles have peeled off, leaving bare concrete. And this door is locked, so we're not getting in there. Alright. Hello, small child. That was neat. Alright, and let's climb the stairs. Because we gotta go see the mirror.
This is it. It's the mirror I saw last time. I'm sure of it.
Huh.
Just then, a dull pain runs through my wrist. Like something is biting into my skin. To distract myself from the pain, I keep talking with Moe.
It certainly looks normal.
Yeah. What should we do?
It's a dirty mirror. All the stains make it hard to see your reflection. There we go. Like, exactly. This is just like a creepy Kingdom Hearts. It's fine. Alright, so let's look into the mirror. I silently face the mirror, bringing my face up to it to peer into its cloudy surface. As expected, I can't make anything out. All I see is my own shadow reflected as a vague, shadowy lump. My shadow sways in the mirror. At least, that's what I thought at first. I figured the shadow moved because I had. But the next time the shadow moves, a cold shiver runs down my spine. That's not my shadow. Something is in the mirror.
Moe yelps and steps back.
Well, that confirms I'm not hallucinating. There really is something in there.
Every muscle in my body locks. I try to look away, but I can't even close my eyes. Exactly, Hanahiko on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? The figure's mouth twists. I don't want to look, but I can't even close my eyes. It opens its mouth. An odd voice pierces my ears.
Alright, we are about to make a life or death choice.
Hey, am I pretty?
So yes, the legend said, I don't think I can bring up the archive. I cannot bring up the archive. But I'm pretty sure if we say no, he leaves us alone. If we say yes, he wants to drain our blood. So alright, so we're just gonna say no, although I can't tell is fairly tempting to say. Yay, we lived!
If I only had that red stuff. I can't see well. Are you a grown-up?
No. Remember, he hates adults. Alright, I'm only in my 20s. I'm the tallest in my class. Yeah, I'm pretty old. We're just gonna say I'm the tallest in my class. Whew! And we lived. See, and we don't even have a beard, so, you know, like, we can pass, I guess, maybe. She does cheat with her question. But also, like, that's the scary part of Kuchisake Onna, right?
Big people aren't allowed in school. Suddenly, the mirror cracks. It cracked. Now I can't see. No more big people here.
The figure disappears. But we survived! A scream echoes from the other side of the school. I think that guard might have had an issue.
Moe sinks to the floor. They gasp in panicked disbelief for a while. I feel much the same. What was that?
That was probably Hanahiko. I couldn't say it. The word sticks in my throat. My mouth is completely dry.
I I can't believe this. I, I thought I wanted to see a ghost, but to see one that clearly?
Moya seems to shake the encounter off and return to normal. Hanahiko's words swirl around in my head. Our situation has done a complete reverse from where we were just moments ago. I can't believe I was complaining about not knowing what to investigate.
Oh, anyway, that scream, was that?
The guard we met outside. I doubt there's anyone else here. He might have seen something wherever he is, too. It sounded like it came away from a... let me try that sentence again. It sounded like it came from far away, a ways down the hallway. That would be the other side of the school.
Yeah, let's go look for him. But if he screamed like that...
Something might have happened to him. Right as I respond, I hear someone whisper in my ear.
Purify with red.
I look in the direction of the voice, but all I see is darkness.
Mister?
No, it's nothing. Let's go. Alright. We now have an update to our spirit file, and let's go, actually, let's take a look at the mirror really quick. There's cracks in the mirror. There's nothing else particularly odd about it. Can I feel it? I run my finger down the cracks. Moya watches me worriedly, but nothing happens. Okay. Alright, so let's go back down the stairs and, go find our poor guard. Okay. A bird cry breaks the silence. I guess there's a crow or something outside. It's Maleficent and another ghost. Alright, so here's the atrium that we were in earlier. That looks creepy out there. Looks like there's shit moving over there, so let's go towards it. Exactly, like, if he doesn't live, then who's he gonna scream at? I hear a noise like something slamming against the door.
Is someone inside?
I shine the flashlight at the door. Oh, he's having a bad day. Like a very bad day. Out of nowhere, the door bursts open, and something comes flying out. Ah! Moya shrieks and falls down. I recognize those clothes. Some kind of plant covers half of his face. The part of his face we can see is twisted in anguish as he screams. No doubt about it, it's that guard. What the hell happened? Thorns are eating my face. It hurts. What's going on? Moya sits on the floor, stunned into just syllables. I'm just gonna let him do the screaming. The guard suddenly rushes toward the entrance. And then silence falls once more. The only sound left is that of our shaky breathing. Once we catch our breaths, I take Moya's hand and help him up. Our nerves have calmed some, but that definitely left us an unsettling impression. Something terrible lurks here. We can't just sit around.
I felt like I was paralyzed. I'm okay now. But, mister, that guy?
Moe stares at the door.
I wonder if Hanahiko did that. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got the feeling someone was standing behind him.
There's really no good way to respond to that. I let silence serve as my answer. What else could I do? No point in coming here if we're just going to stand here shaking. If we don't uncover the secret before it comes for us, why don't we check out the staff room? I tactfully avoid answering Moe's question. The guard had run out of here. Something might be inside. Some secret about Hanahiko.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just be careful, okay?
I covered my wrist with my palm, making sure Moe doesn't notice. The moment I'd put my hand on the knob, the mark burned my skin, pulsing along with my beating heart. I love that we call it the poor guard plantified. Well, that's one way to interpret Mike Meekins. I don't know that I would go that way, but, you know. Okay, so let's check out the staff room. The staff room is chaos. The furniture's upended and the walls are... Was there a fire here or something? There are black scorch marks everywhere. Moe looks relieved as they come out from behind me.
Whoa. It's totally empty. Anyway, let's look around.
Huh?
There's a door over there, too. It looks like it goes to another room.
There's literally... Oh, there's something here. The wall near the window is burnt. There must have been a fire here a long time ago. I will say this school could use at least a coat of paint. Alright, so let's go check out this room. It's kind of cramped in here. Is this a storage room? Seems to be. Hopefully there's something useful in here. Alright, so let's take a look in here. It looks really old. The corners of the doors are rounded off. I pull on the door, but it just rattles in place. It looks like it won't open. Something's stopping it. Alright, well, hello, small child face. I open the glass door and check inside, but there isn't anything that catches my eye. I think it's a school journal. The paper's deteriorated from age and bugs, so I can't read it. Okay, well. Didn't need to read a journal anyway. There's a door cut into the floor. Is it some kind of storage area? It's a well-built door, big enough to fit an adult through it. The metal handle is retracted into the door. I try to get a grasp on it and pull it out, but I'm unsuccessful. There we go, like, do I have any tools? Ooh, I have a letter opener. Can I pry it up with the letter opener? If I use the letter opener, I might be able to pop the handle out. I squat down by the door. My mark bites into my wrist again. It's almost like it's trying to stop me from searching under the floor. I stand up, pretending to be calm. Okay, that's worrying. Something dangerous must be here.
What's wrong? Are you going to see what that is?
I'll, check it out later. I keep my reply vague as I dust off my knees. Let's look around the room first. There's a bunch of interesting stuff in here. There's definitely something beneath our feet. But we better make sure we're prepared if we're going down there. Okay, well. Can I pry this open with my letter opener? No, apparently not. Okay, there was nothing interesting. There's... Okay, yeah, nothing... Oh, there we go. Here's a box. There's a cardboard box on top of the cabinet. I think I can reach it. Something's written in marker on the side of the box. Lost and is legible, but the rest of the letters are smudged. I will give people, like, 5 guesses to guess what those words are. I mean, that's true. Like, you know, what Mary was talking about, cycle of life and death. If it can kill us, then there's a way to kill it or something. I wasn't paying that much attention, admittedly. Reaching up, I grab the box and look inside. All right, we got lipstick, a red pen, and girls' slippers. Good job, mister. I knew there was a reason you were tall. Okay, well, I don't see anything else in here. So, okay, fine. I apparently need to... Yeah, well... Okay, fine. What else have I... Where else do I need? Well, what all do I have in my bag? I've already forgotten and I literally just looked at it. Lipstick, a red pen. I mean, I can't use that to open this up. Alright, so let's leave the storage room because obviously we need something else. Ooh, what's down here? The rain coming in from the broken window is making the floor cold and damp. That's neat. I mean, look, like maybe we'll need to throw lipstick at Hanahiko at some point. Alright, let's go up the stairs. Can I go up any further? We climb up the stairs to the second floor. Huh? I feel something soft squish under my heel. I quickly pick up my foot and shine my light down. The hallway is covered with poisonous snakes. Moy lets out something close to a shriek upon seeing them. Ah! Snakes! We decide to go back to the landing. I mean, there we go. Like, come on. We clearly need some ghost-busting materials. Pieces of concrete litter the floor. I think they came from the walls. I think that would be a decent guess. Alright. Well. I obviously need something else, so let's take a look into some of these rooms that we ignored earlier. There's a hole in the wall. I can see something stuck deep inside. I stick my arm in, but the hole gets narrower the further in I go, and I can't reach what's inside. Letter opener? I stick the letter opener in the hole and scrape out the item that was stuck inside. See, this is a multi-purpose tool. Alright, we have a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. And we got some soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. So, find a worn-out talisman to restore your soul power. The more soul power you have, the easier it will be to survive a deadly choice. Yeah, I'm gonna guess he means venomous. But maybe, you know, like, he got hungry and wanted a snack. We don't know. Alright, we have an abandoned desk. It's a desk like you'd find at any school. What's surprising is that it doesn't look very weathered. Guess that goes to show how durable school desks are. I stick my hand inside and feel around, and we got a plastic bottle. There's nothing in the bottle. Well, it might come in handy. There are nonsensical scribbles on the blackboard. We got some plants over here. Oops. All right, that was the first grade classroom. All right, that door is locked, so we can't go in there. Ooh, what's this? It's an emergency alarm. The light on the alarm is very faint. Something might be wrong with it. I open it up and shine the flashlight to see if there's anything inside. We got another worn-out talisman. Yay! Okay, well, that didn't actually help me, so... Let's go to this room on the right here. Alright, we have the second grade classroom, if I can read what that thing is in the top right, or top left. I know my right from my left, I promise. Alright. The fallen desk is slightly rusty. Turn the desk around and stick my hand inside, and we got a holy hard hat.
I doubt that's very useful.
Yeah, but I got it. We are now going to hold on to it forever. The dust is so thick on the ceiling that just walking around causes a shower of particles. I know, it, like, you'd think that we'd be wanting to keep these talismans to keep warm with. Okay, so that is still locked. Guess we'll see if there's snakes on this side too. Alright. Yep, our snacky snakes are still here. Alright, so I don't see anything else I can pick up. Like, let me just say, poor Moe is not dressed for this. Alright, and I don't see that anything has shown up since. Alright, so do I have a tool now that I can open this up with? No. Not really. Alright. I've taken it out. What do you mean I can't think of a way to use it? Do I really have to read this every single time? I mean, whatever they're doing, they're just having a ball. Okay, here we go. I squat down by the door. Mark bites into my wrist again, trying to stop me. I stand up, pretending to be calm. Okay, that's worrying. Something dangerous must be here. What's wrong? Are you going to see what that is? I'll check it out later. I keep my reply vague as I dust off my knees. Let's look around. We did! We did! Yeah, I mean, I should point out that, like, we definitely, have no issues, now. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. We'll take even more of a look. There's still nothing that catches my eye. Pull the door, it just rattles in place. Looks like it won't open. Something's stopping it. Would you like a hard hat? No, it does not want a hard hat. I am probably being stupid at this point. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because it is getting late, we're going to go save, and we will come back to this next time. So we're going to turn around and head back. I'm sure that I have just missed something really obvious. So we're going to return to Kujou Mansion. We're going to save and exit. Alright. Oh, well, apparently I don't actually have to exit. Oh, hey, that's like a really easy way to do this. So we'll do some new save data. Alright, and we will end here for tonight. Next stream is Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I'm guessing at this point it will just be Lemur and I, so we'll play some more Undertale. We are getting close to the end of our first playthrough on that one, so should be a fun level. It's one of my favorites to play through, so yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Wash your hands, wear a mask, please get vaccinated, and we will see you guys in a couple days. Have a good night, all. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with me as I do this solo. I hope I wasn't too awkward. But have a good night, and we'll be back on Tuesday. Bye!